Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to the Grammy Experience. My name is Joel, I'm your cruise director here on board, and I invite you everyone to this amazing venue that we have to offer here on the beautiful Norwegian getaway. Now, the Grammy Experience is located here on deck number 8, midship, but more towards the front of the vessel. Now, folks, we encourage you to come and enjoy this amazing venue and everything that it has to offer, from actual Grammy Awards from early on in the 1950s all the way to the present. You can see how these awards have changed, and also from unique musical instruments, Fender Stratocasters as well, and of course some amazing costumes worn by some of the Grammy winning artists out there. Now, folks, there's some also very unique interactive activities that you could do, from mixing your own music to also seeing some of the amazing award ceremonies that have happened, and also some touchscreen displays that you can enjoy here as well. But of course, what the Grammy Experience is featuring some amazing artists that we have the honor and the privilege of hosting here on the beautiful Norwegian getaway. Now, ladies and gentlemen, right now what we have an award-winning, amazing musician known as Sugar Blue. He is one of the most genuine and most amazing harmonica blowers of our time. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you the amazing Sugar Blue, folks, right here. Sugar,
how you doing,
sir?
Joe?
Excellent. Right. Well, Sugar, first and foremost, thank you so much for taking some time to explain to our guests here on board and what you do and basically your experience throughout your musical career. First, where are you from?
Well, I'm a New Yorker originally, but yeah. I've expatriated. I've lived in France, Germany, Italy, but now I reside in Chicago.
All right, Chicago, the Windy City now, and that works for you since you're a harmonica blower. You know that kind of.
Hey man, it's like actually that's one of the reasons I went there. It's like played to hang out and play with Muddy Waters and Junior Wells. I ended up working with the poet laureate of the blues, Willie Dixon, for a few years.
Okay.
Before I started my own band. Yeah.
So. Very nice. Now, you say you're born and raised in New York. What got you started into your music career?
Well, basically, my mother back in the 30s was a singer and a dancer at the Apollo Theater, and I didn't come along until 1949.
Okay.
But she had a lot of her show business friends were around and whatnot, so I grew up in the music. Billie Holiday was my godmother.
Oh, get out! Nice.
Yeah, right. So I've been around the music ever since I was born.
Okay.
And at some point, I decided, well, hey, I want to be part of this I want to be part of this world.
All right. So you were basically always around music. Now, the harmonica. This is not one instrument that's very commonly used or made famous in a sense. I feel like as a child, I remember having my own play harmonica, but what got you started into really playing the harmonica?
Well, I was playing saxophone around the house for a while when I was in grade school, and my mother said, "Well, son, you can stay, or the saxophone can stay, but you can't stay here together."
All righty, okay. Fair enough.
So I was kind of brokenhearted about it. So my aunt bought me a harmonica, and I started playing it, and I really liked it, and I started fooling around with it, but I never considered it a serious instrument,
right,
until my mother took me to see little Stevie Wonder at the Apollo Theater back in 1960 something.
Okay.
And I saw Stevie Wonder and what he could do with it, and I said, "Oh, I'm doing that." And I was like, I'm doing this. This is what I want to do. And at that point, I guess I was about 12, 13 years old.
Very nice.
I decided that was what I wanted to do with.
So that was a turning point in your life.
Oh yeah, that was a turning point. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Now, you say you started with the saxophone, but then you saw what can be done with this amazing instrument.
Oh yeah.
And how, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the difficultness of playing the harmonica, say, compared to maybe a guitar or a piano or something like that?
Well, harmonica is a kind of mysterious instrument because when you play the instrument, you can't see what's happening.
Right.
Whereas a guitar or piano, you can see people's hands moving, but you can't see what's going on in the guy's mouth. So it is kind of special in that way. It really takes a time, and you have to have a love affair with it, you know.
Okay.
And you spend a lot of time kissing it, it'll kiss you back.
Be gentle now.
My baby told me down one natural thing. My baby told me down one natural thing. I love my baby while that's crying. Don't drive on high, baby, cut them bright lights on. Don't drive on high, baby, cut them bright lights on. The train will get me from up and down.
Now, you did mention the moment that was Stevie Wonder. That time when you saw it. I mean, tell us, walk us through that experience a little bit.
Oh, well, I mean, you know, it's like my mother took me, you know, she had heard a little Stevie Wonder, and she knew he played harmonica. Me, I had no idea what I was going to see. I'm just going to the Apollo with my mom, which is always a special occasion.
Very nice, of course, going to the Apollo, absolutely.
And so we're sitting there, you know, and this little kid comes out on stage, you know, and he starts singing and everything, you know. It's like, okay, all right, and that's cool. And then he pulled out the harmonica, and he played, and there was a recording made live. It was called Fingertips. I think that was Stevie Wonder's first major release, and I was amazed. I was blown away. I was like, my goodness, look at this kid go,
Right.
you know? At this point, I mean, the singing didn't get to me, but the harmonica really knocked me out. Yeah, you know? And I was like, Mom, he's got a harmonica like I've got a harmonica, you know? It's like, and she's going, oh God.
What have I started? And since then, you've never let it go?
No, I've been playing ever since, man.
How many years have you been playing the harmonica now?
Oh my God, more than 40 years?
40 years, 40
Yeah,
years. That's
40
amazing.
years.
I mean, the talent shows, I got to tell you. And I mean, it's been an honor seeing you play here. And, you know, we're very privileged here with Norwegian to have you here, Sugar, sincerely. Now, I know 40 years, you are a Grammy Award winner.
Yes.
What was the road like from when you first started getting into the music industry up to when you did win your first Grammy?
Well, the road started on, it started in the West Village for me. In the West Village, I started playing harmonica and hanging out in Washington Square Park in the days of the hippies. And everybody used to, you know, playing around the park and have a lot of fun. And so I started playing with, you know, playing with different various groups and whatnot. And at some point, some guy came over and dropped some money, you know, near us, and I was like, bingo! This might be an idea. So we started putting a hat out on, and the tips grew and grew, and we got to the point where we were making $200 or $300 a day.
Wow!
And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing something.
And if this was 20, 30 years ago, $300 a day, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't. Actually, it was great. You know, we'd play all summer, and chill all winter.
Okay.
You know, it was really great, man. We had a ball, you know. I mean, good God, I even got into a movie, The Unmarried Woman, back in those days. It was wonderful. It was fantastic. We had good times.
Very nice, very nice. And so from playing those type of sets out there in was it the square? Washington Square.
Yeah.
So what was the next step over into really getting into the limelight?
Well, actually, the next I was working with a lady named Victoria Spivey, who was a great blues artist from the early 20s, and she introduced me to Willie Dixon. And Willie Dixon was like a stellar blues man
Sure.
from the 50s. And at that show, she said, "I want to introduce you to my son Bob." And I said, "Okay."
Okay, right.
So she takes me into the back, and there's Bob Dylan sitting there.
Get out.
I'm like,
And she said it so nonchalant, my son Bob.
my son Bob, you know? And I'm like, that's Bob Dylan. She says,
That's just Bob.
that's just Bob.
That's
Yeah,
just Bobby, little Bobby.
Yes. And you know, so she walks me over and she says, "Bobby, Sugar Blue is the best harmonica player in New York City, and he's gonna play on your next album." And Bobby looked up at her and he said, "Yes, ma'am."
Yes, ma'am.
And actually, I ended up on the record.
Very nice.
I believe, I can't remember the title, but it was really great. Actually, it came out a few years ago. The bootleg series.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Now, what album or song was it that drove you to for the Grammy?
Okay. I was on the road and I was playing at the Montreux Fest.
Okay.
And let me see, Coco Taylor was there, Stevie Ray Vaughan was there, J.B. Hutto, a bunch of stellar names in the blues. And Ricky Lee Jones was there. And I did a solo tune called Another Man Than Gone. And I forgot about it. You know, they recorded it, and I forgot about it. And about a year or two later, I got a letter in the mail that says, "You are up for a Grammy." And I'm like,
2 years later.
yeah, and I'm going, and I look at this thing and I go, yeah,
For
right.
what?
And I put it in the drawer.
Okay.
You know, because I didn't want to get old. You know, be sitting
Right.
there for the next 6 months going, "Am I going to win? Am I going to win?"
course.
And a friend of mine called me at about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. He said, "Did you win? You won! You won! Did you know you won?" I said, "I won what? I won what?" You know, you're working me up. They said, "You won a Grammy!"
Get
and I'm like,
out.
"Whoa!" Yeah.
So you never even made it to the ceremony?
No, I didn't make it to the. I didn't make this. I didn't think I was going to win. You know, I mean, it's like, you know, but it was really great. So they have every year they have the Chicago Blues Fest.
Okay.
And I, with Coco Taylor and J.B. Hutto, were presented with our Grammys in the band shell there. It was wonderful.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, congratulations. I mean, that's probably one of the most. You will never forget that phone call at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
No, I mean, I'm like,
Were you able to go back to sleep after that?
actually, yes.
Yes. It hit you in the morning. It probably hit you in the morning.
On the 7 months you told my 7 doctors say he was born for good luck. Girl, can't you see? Now I've got 7 billion girls. Don't you wanna find out what I'm here for? Yeah, don't you know?
Now, I mean, you have mentioned a lot of people that you've worked with, and you said you've traveled the world. What was maybe one of the most memorable locations, or some of the places that you really enjoyed playing?
Well, there was a time that I was shooting a film. It was with Robert De Niro and Mickey Rourke in New Orleans. The name of the movie was Angel Heart.
Okay.
And I was playing there, and you know, I had a bit part in the movie.
Okay.
And I got a call that asked me if I would like to play for Fats Domino, and you know, they were giving him an award ceremony, and they were going to film it for television or something. And I said, yeah, you know, Fats Domino, that's great. So I get there, and there's Fats Domino, Ray Charles, and Jerry Lee Lewis. Okay, three of the stellar lights in piano music.
For sure.
You know, and I'm like, wow. And also the original guitar player from the Elvis Presley band.
Okay.
And we did the show, you know, and I got to solo. Ray Charles pointed at me and said, "Go!" And I'm like, I'm on the stage with Ray Charles.
Wow.
You know, I mean, for me, Ray Charles is like the greatest voice, maybe in the history of R&B.
Of course, yeah.
And you know, I mean, just to be there was a dream. To be able to play with him was more than a dream.
That's amazing.
So that was one of the most fantastic moments in my life.
Excellent, excellent. I mean, and now I know you were playing with Ray Charles, as you mentioned, but did you ever play with like Rolling Stones? I think
oh
you
yeah,
were
man,
mentioned.
I played, yeah, I did. Actually, I did 3 records with those
That's
guys.
amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, let me see. What was it? Tattoo You, Some Girls, and Emotional Rescue. Thank you, dear. That's my wife.
I know she's got it. She keeps you alive. She keeps you alive. Now, Blue, I don't want to keep you too much longer, but I mean, I really want everybody to get the full effect of what this venue is. And I mean, do you think you could give us a little riff on a little harmonica here?
Oh, of course.
I think they're itching to hear a little something. Awesome. And I mean, this is only even a little sample. I tell you, folks, if you come out here and come to the Grammy Experience, you don't want to miss out what this gentleman has to offer. The music that they create in this venue is fantastic. And now, we weren't going to do this, but I have to. Absolutely, he's like one of the stars of the ship as well, and I know he's one of your main inspirations. And it's your little boy over here. We gotta.
Hello,
hey,
little
buddy.
boy.
Let's bring him in here.
Buddy. Daddy's little boy. Hello. This is my little man, James Michael Neal, who is all of a sudden pretending that he's shy.
He's not shy at all. I mean, hey, buddy. This is little boy Blue. Well, folks, I mean, thank you so much, Sugar Blue, for joining us here. And again, really, come and enjoy everything that we're showing here, that we're presenting to you in the Grammy Experience. It's a one-of-a-kind venue, and you really, really have to enjoy this amazing artist that we have for you. So thank you once again, folks. Thank you, Sugar.
Oh,
and
bye-bye.
We'll hope to see you all out and about.
All right.